Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a break between trips. The reason for that has been planning a big trip. I've just arrived in Esperance. It's about 3,500 k trip across from the east coast, and we're away for a month this time. The plan is to spend a couple of days around Esperance and then we're going to head east, but not along the roads. We're going to go along the beaches all the way, hopefully, to South Australia along the beaches. Going to be a pretty epic trip. I'm going to sneak in some landscape photography as I do, and that's why I'm standing here right now as the sun is starting to set behind me. Over there behind you is Twilight Beach, beautiful beach. I'll come back there in the morning, but for now, behind me, Picnic Beach. That's going to be the scene of my first sort of sunset shoot of this trip. So stick around guys, it should be a good one. So I actually came down to this spot earlier today to, number one, scope it out for this afternoon, and number two, we actually went for a bit of a beach drive further west of here to suss out where we're going to camp tomorrow night. I'll show you that photo now just to show you the colours that are on display in the water here when it's not windy, because they're absolutely stunning. So I'll show you that now. It's really quite windy here. I hope you can hear me. But the basic premise here is a beautiful set of stairs leading down onto the beach. The sun's setting over that headland over there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of wind, which means that the beautiful blue colours of these bays is gone. Instead, we've got white caps and whitewash. But hopefully, if we get a nice bit of glow from the setting sun over there, it won't matter. Hey, pal. Got a visitor? See you, mate. Little dog just wandered past. I'm focus stacking this image because the camera's quite close to this railing, so I just want to make sure that the railing's sharp and obviously everything off in the background is sharp. I'm deliberately overexposing the sun because I just want a big sort of golden ethereal glow from that corner of the image, so putting the sun right off in the corner should give me a nice glow, and then obviously the colours across the scene. As I said, we're missing that epic blue that you get when there's no wind here, but I'll settle for the nice orange glow instead. So I think that's what we're going to get here. There's not going to be any award winners there, but still a nice little sunset, and that'll do us. I'm going to head out, hopefully grab a seafood feed for dinner. Staying in town tonight so that I can get up for stupid o'clock for the 4:30 AM sunrise on Twilight Beach. So that's where I'm going to be. So I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Good morning, back at Twilight Beach again. Just going to just parked up, just going to wander down the boardwalk here. Probably set up on the boardwalk. See how the light's looking. We've got a very, very clear sky. There's actually plenty of stars out when I got here, so not expecting any amazing compositions. And as I stand here now on the boardwalk, all the grass is moving wildly around it. Hopefully you can see that, and you can see obviously that glow off in the background there, which is what I'm going to try and capture, being that there's clear skies. So twilight at Twilight Beach, so let's see what we get. But I'm still really uncertain about this grass movement. There's a lot of movement going on, and with long exposures it's going to look all blurry and horrible, so it might have to change up the composition and head down onto the rocks to get something that's not moving in the foreground. I'm just rushing like a madman now to try and catch that colour. As I said, back over to those stairs. I got a couple of shots on the rocks at twilight, the time of day, not the beach. I'll show you those now. not loving that composition, so I've noticed there's another set of stairs about, I don't know, 70-80 metres up the beach. So I'm gonna go and set up over there, see if it works a bit better with the angle of the light. Something like that. Now this is only what have I got here, 28 mil. So with 16 mil, I'll be able to get some of that beach, and also the best of that light over there, just coming through the middle. So that's the comp I'm looking at. Got the sun just peeking up over that island, I guess it is out there. So I'm going to try and get a sun star of that as well while I'm I was just leaving the beach and I thought as I come up higher I noticed that blue water is really sort of becoming more prominent, so I think I might just grab one last image from the top here with the boardwalk leading down to the beach. Completely ignore the rock islands basically and just focus on the beach. So I'll grab that quickly before I get out of here, but next time we speak I'll probably be on a beach doing some forward driving, so stick in for that. So this is where we spent last night, a little way west of Esperance. We thought we'd just come out and explore a little bit out this way, some of the beaches. Absolutely beautiful little cove, was well protected from the wind. And quite a gnarly little track getting down here. I'm going to show you that on the way back out. And then we're going to head further east of Esperance. And the plan is to basically head along the beaches as far as we can get through Isrealite Bay, Bilbunya Dunes, Baxter Cliffs, those sort of areas. And yeah, hopefully get some more beautiful little coves like this one along the way. That's it. Handheld. Yeah, mate, you're just falling into the holes there, so try and go a little bit further. This is Wiley Head. This is on the east side of Esperance. Wiley Head is named after one of Ayres, Edward John Ayres' companions that he did the big trip across the Bight. Yeah, that bluff behind us, we'll drive up later, but just have a look behind me now. This little cove, it's absolutely stunning. Gonna jump in for a swim in a sec. But this sort of marks the start of our trek east towards the Bight, towards South Australia. So yeah, gonna climb up that bluff, but in the meantime, how can you say no to a swim in that? Top of Wiley Bluff, that's Esperance way down in the back out there. But as you just saw, a really cool little climb up the rock face there, off a very pretty little cove. And now we're going to head east along Wiley Beach, which goes all the way, all the way around there. So we'll see where we end up. Don't know where we'll end up tonight, but hopefully somewhere cool. It's all nice and protected actually down there. It looks really nice out of the wind. We're cruising along Wiley Beach and we've taken a turn off into the dunes and have just stumbled across what can only be described as a shack, I guess. Don't know the story behind it, don't know why it's there, but if you do, let me know, comment below, whatever. But yeah, cool little find in the middle of basically nowhere. So we're going to hunt around in these dunes probably and see if we can find a nice sheltered spot to pull up camp. So we've come off Wiley Head onto Wiley Beach, driven along for, I don't know, several kilometres and pulled into this little alcove, protected little alcove. You can hear even the sounds quieter in here. No wind, beautiful little spot. So this will be us for the night. And as a added bonus, well, if I take you back out here, the cloud is forming up beautifully. It looks like we might get an absolute ripping sunset. We just had a cracker little sunset here. I was running around like a crazy man through the dunes out here, trying to pick up compositions that both include our camp in the back and don't. But yeah, really beautiful, but very short-lived, only lasted 5 minutes or so, and now all the colour's completely gone and we're actually getting a few drops of rain, so might be a wet evening. But anyway, so this is us for the night. We'll see you tomorrow, and if any of those images I just caught then are any good, I'll show you them now. We left camp this morning. I had to wait for the tide to come down, so we didn't get out of camp till probably 10:30. We've just made the drive into Cape Legrand National Park, and we're currently wandering down to Hellfire Bay. So this is Thistle Cove. This was the last real landmark of Air's journey west from Adelaide, via land obviously. At this point it was just him and Wiley, and they got to this point, they were out of food, they found water here but there was bugger all else, and they were basically stuffed on death's door essentially. And by sheer dumb luck there happened to be a French whaler in the bay here, and it picked them up, gave them quarter for a few days, food, whatever, got their health back up, even offered them a trip around to Albany, and they turned that down and ended up saying no thanks, we'll keep walking, and walked the whatever it is 800 kilometers further west to Albany. Quite a feat. Parked up on beautiful Lucky Bay. Scoffing a very, very quick lunch because I think we're about to get very wet. See behind me there, big storm clouds rolling in. The forecast today was for rain from about lunchtime, so it's lunchtime, there's the rain. Well done forecasters. So we're going to keep heading east from here down to Rossiter's Bay, and then hopefully along the beach for a bit, see where we end up. But yeah, Lucky Bay, very pretty spot. It was very pretty as we drove through, as you would have seen when the sun was out, but yeah, it's looking very, very threatening and menacing right now. Quick lunch, let's get out of here. Right at the western end of Rossiter's Beach is a little cairn to Captain Rossiter, who was the captain of that French whaler that picked up Air and Wiley. Should be an exit probably in a few hundred meters, mate, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I just fly down for that one, because it sort of looked like an exit.
I've actually got it waypointed. It's still, yeah, probably 100, 200 meters off. We tried to head west along Rossiter's Beach, hoping to get through Dun Rocks and then out through basically the east end of Cape Legrand National Park. Unfortunately, that is a no-go. They've got bollards up blocking that track, so we had to go back around out to the main road, out to the tar, and loop back around. We're coming in through Warton now, and all the way along Warton Beach, and out to, I can't remember what this beach is called, I'll put it up. Yeah, nice little secluded beach, way down the eastern end of Cape Legrand. There's our camp. Nice. I was hoping to get further east up and over that headland. There's another nice little beach, but unfortunately National Parks in their infinite wisdom have decided to bollard that one off as well. So this is as far as you can get into the eastern end of Cape Legrand. But still a very nice little spot. Really hope it's not too windy and you can hear me okay. We're west of Warton, about just heading on a walk out to Shane's Head, spelt with a CH. We've had some pretty wicked storms just come through. We've been bunkering down, and we're going to just wander out and hopefully get some really nice light. Whoa, and huge waves. hopefully get some really nice light under these storm clouds as the sun's setting in sort of an hour or so. Yeah, here it comes over the top. Just on 10 o'clock, high tide was about 8 this morning, so we're going to head out, see how we go. I don't know if we'll get up this next beach a bit, but in the meantime we've got to drive across this lake, which was quite deep on the way in, and we got a bit of rain last night, so it probably will be a little bit even deeper, but it's a nice firm bottom, so we should be right. So we're going to head further east today. Don't know where to, we're just going to sort of suck it and see, drive along and see what we find and see what we see along the way. So we're coming along Fisheries Road on the way into Cape Arid National Park, and the road down to Thomas Creek, I think it's called, Thomas River, is closed. So we've kept going east along Fisheries Road, got to the top of Poison Creek Road, and that's closed as well. And this is why. So even Fisheries Road is overtopped with water, so they've obviously had a fair deluge over here. National parks have closed all the roads in over that way. So we're just going to have to keep heading east along Fisheries Road, which will eventually take us to Isrealite Bay. But we might get to there and then do a little beeline, come back west a bit, because there's some really nice spots in amongst there. But yeah, well, it's all going to be up to National Park road closures now, so we'll just see what we find on the way. So as I said, we've had a whole bunch of road closures through Cape Arid and around Cape Arid National Park. The one road that is open is Fisheries Road, but even it is a bit of a nightmare. As you can see down there, that's Hendo, and so we've just come through that bog hole. Must be easy 200 meters long, quite deep, sort of bull bar-ish deep on the cruiser, so quite a deep hole. Traction's okay, but yeah, that's what basically this road is, just bog after bog after bog all the way out to Isrealite Bay. It's going to take us a while to get there, I think, and we're now, it must be 3:30 in the afternoon now, so anyway, we'll persevere. I think Hendo's out. We got some couple of European tourists have asked if they can tag along with us because they're a bit scared to tuck in the bog holes by themselves, which is fair enough. So we've said yes. So I think Hendo's out now, trying to suss out a bypass track for them to get around this one, because they have smaller tyres and they don't have mud tyres either. So they might have to, yeah, try and find a way around this one, but we'll see. So our European friends have decided this one's too much for them. They've turned around. So here comes Hendo. We got caught between two sets of ruts here. We did manage to reverse out eventually, but ended up with slightly red feet. So we weren't going to stick around when we had another go. Far out, man, what a drive. We made it out to Point Malcolm and just driving underwater for kilometres and kilometres. Never seen anything like it. Done the Balfour track, that had more water, way more. Anyway, we got here, nice little spot on the beach as well. It's very well protected in the bay here. It's basically like a little mill pond. So after last night's super windy camp and after a hard slog of a day driving through all that water just constantly for, oh geez, must have been 60 odd k's worth, we've finally made it, and this is our reward. Absolutely glorious spot. So yeah, worth it in the end, but geez, I think we left camp at about 10 o'clock this morning and it's now, I think, just gone 6:30. Yeah, just 6:30 now. So been on the road for 8.5 hours today and we did not cover a whole lot of kilometres in that, but yeah, worth it. So dinner tonight, nachos and Travel Buddy. We've got pre-made chili cooking up in there. Gonna scoop that onto there and then chuck it all back in with a bit of cheese on top. Beautiful.